Okay, so I'm betting you've heard of Arthur's Seat and maybe even wondered if it really got its name from King Arthur, right?
Right.
Like, is there a connection there?
Yeah.
Well, buckle up because today we're going deep
Okay.
on Arthur's Seat,
All right.
and we're using this cool newsletter
Uh-huh.
called Love Scotland as our guide.
Great.
And we're going to see if we can separate fact
Yeah.
from fiction.
Awesome.
You ready to dive in?
I am.
Okay, great.
That's it.
So one thing that's really interesting about Arthur's Seat is that it's way older
Oh, wow.
than the time we usually associate with King Arthur.
Really?
We're talking about a volcano
Oh,
that's centuries older
no way.
than when he was supposed to be around.
So you're telling me
Yeah.
Arthur's Seat is a volcano?
It is an ancient volcano.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine, like,
Hey.
standing on top of a volcano with
Wow.
Edinburgh spread out before you?
Oh, it's in the middle
That's got to be an incredible
of
event.
you. It is.
The site itself dates back about 2,000 years.
Wow.
So it's been around for a really long time.
2,000 years.
Mm-hmm.
So it's seen a lot of history.
Yeah, way before King Arthur.
That just blows my mind.
I know, right?
And, you know, speaking of history, you mentioned volcano,
Right.
but the article also talks about hill forts
Yes.
in Holyrood Park.
Yeah.
What exactly is a hill fort?
Well, a hill fort's pretty much what it sounds like.
Okay.
It's a fortified settlement on top of a hill.
Oh, okay.
So, they were using them for defense.
Right.
And sometimes, as places of power or
Right.
even ceremony. And the fact that there are 4 hill forts, including Arthur's Seat,
Okay.
in Holyrood Park tells us this area was strategically important for a long time.
That makes sense.
Like, people weren't just wandering around.
Yeah.
They were like,
They picked that spot.
this is the place to be.
Right.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
So these hill forts, they
Yeah.
tell us about how people lived
Yeah.
thousands of years ago.
Yeah.
Like, what were they worried about?
Exactly.
What were their defense strategies?
Can you imagine trying to attack a fort on top of a steep hill?
Oh, my gosh.
Like, that would be
That would be impossible.
so difficult.
Yeah.
And they would build walls and ditches around the top
Wow.
to make it even harder to conquer.
So they were serious about this.
Oh, yeah. They were not messing around.
Yeah.
Those hills could tell some stories if they could talk.
I bet.
Yeah, about all the battles.
Oh, yeah, all those battles.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got this incredible landscape,
Yeah.
but the article also talks about this literary journey through Edinburgh.
Yeah.
It mentions Robert Burns, Sir Walter Scott,
Right.
even J.M. Barrie.
Yes, the creator of Peter Pan.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And the article says that Barrie's birthplace
Uh-huh.
is part of this literary journey,
It is.
which makes me wonder if the landscape
Yeah.
influenced his imagination. I mean, could Arthur's Seat
Yeah.
or even those hill forts we were talking about
Right.
have inspired Neverland?
That's a really cool thought.
It really is. Like,
Maybe.
did the volcano, whisper stories to him? Or maybe
Wow.
climbing Arthur's Seat as a kid
Yeah.
sparked his imagination.
I mean, think about it. Kids love adventure stories.
They do.
And what's more adventurous
What is?
than a volcano turned into a fort?
It's like the perfect adventure story.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And just imagine
yeah.
the view from the summit.
Okay.
Could that have inspired
Oh.
the feeling of freedom and flight
Wow.
that we see in Peter Pan?
That is so cool.
Yeah.
I'm already picturing Peter Pan flying over young J.M. Barrie
Yeah.
as he climbs Arthur's Seat.
Right?
I love how these pieces are connecting.
Me too.
Yeah, this is great.
Yeah, it really makes you think, doesn't it?
Like how a place can shape the stories we tell.
Right.
And the other way around, how stories
Yeah.
shape how
Yeah.
we see a place.
Yeah, definitely.
And speaking of stories,
Yeah.
this Love Scotland newsletter,
Yeah.
it doesn't stop there.
No, it doesn't.
It's got other articles, too,
Mm-hmm.
about different aspects of Scotland.
Right.
Like, one is about movies
Oh, yeah.
filmed in Edinburgh.
I love that.
Like, can you imagine watching your favorite movie
Right.
and you suddenly recognize a spot
Oh, yeah.
from Edinburgh?
That would be amazing.
Wouldn't that be so cool?
It would.
Yeah, like you're stepping right back
Right into that world.
into that world.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And it doesn't stop there.
What else?
There's also an article about brunch spots
Oh,
in
fun.
Glasgow
Okay.
with phenomenal cocktails.
Now you're talking.
That sounds like my kind of weekend getaway,
Right.
a little city exploration,
Yeah.
a little delicious indulgence.
I like it.
But, for folks who are maybe looking for something a little more off the beaten path,
Yeah.
they've got an article about
Uh-huh.
Scotland's most remote club night
What?
in Ullapool.
Where's that?
Ullapool. It's in the Highlands, right?
Oh, wow.
I mean, that seems like the last place
I know, right?
you'd expect to find a bustling nightlife.
Like way out there.
It really does.
Yeah.
It just goes to show that Scotland's got something
It does.
for everyone.
It really does.
Whether you're a history buff, a form enthusiast, or a party animal.
Or all of the above.
You got it.
Yeah.
But let's not forget about the practical stuff, too.
Right.
You know, because the article mentions this easier route
Oh, yeah.
to enjoy the views from Arthur's Seat.
Uh-huh.
It's called Cooey.
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 Oh, okay.
I know.
That's good to know.
Right. Because not everyone's up for a big hike,
Yeah.
especially if you're just starting to explore Edinburgh.
Right.
So that's great that they have options like that.
Yeah, it makes it more accessible to
Yeah.
everybody. Ska.
It's all about finding that balance.
Yeah.
right,
It's definitely.
between, challenging yourself
Uh-huh.
and just enjoying the scenery.
Yeah, sometimes you want that challenge,
Right.
and sometimes you just want to relax.
Exactly.
To take it all in.
And that's what's so cool about this whole deep dive.
Yeah.
It's like, we're not just figuring out
Right.
if Arthur's Seat was named after King Arthur.
Yeah.
We're uncovering all these different
A little
parts
deeper.
of Scottish history and culture
Yeah.
and even some travel tips.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is amazing.
It is.
It's like we started with a simple question
It
and we
was
ended
fun.
up with this whole tapestry
It's true.
of interconnected stories.
Yeah, it's fascinating.
And the journey's not over yet.
It's not.
We still have more to explore
Oh, yeah.
in our final part.
Can't wait.
I can't wait either. It's funny, isn't it?
What's that?
We started off wondering if Arthur's Seat was named after King Arthur,
Right.
but now it almost doesn't even matter.
Yeah, it's like the question kind of faded away
It really did.
as we learned more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it all started with this
Yeah.
Love Scotland newsletter.
I know.
It's amazing how a simple article
Right.
can send you down this rabbit hole
It's true.
of history and
Mhm.
culture
Absolutely.
and even, personal reflection.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
like a reminder that everything's connected.
It is.
You never know
Yeah,
where one piece of information might lead you.
exactly.
And for us, it's led to a new
Yeah.
appreciation for Arthur's Seat.
Definitely.
Not just as,
Right.
a mountain or
Yeah.
a possible namesake for a king,
Mm-hmm.
but as this symbol of Scotland,
Yeah,
both past and present.
absolutely.
I love how the newsletter gives us both the history and
Oh, right.
practical tips
It's really cool.
for exploring.
It is.
Like that Cooey route
Uh-huh.
makes it accessible for everybody
Yeah.
to enjoy Arthur's Seat.
It's like they're saying, hey, we're going to teach you about this,
Yeah.
but we also want you to go experience it
Yeah, exactly.
for yourself.
And for those of us
Yeah.
who can't just hop on a plane to Scotland,
Right.
we still get these glimpses
Yeah.
into Scottish culture.
Mm-hmm.
Like those movies filmed in Edinburgh.
Yeah.
It's like a virtual tour.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you've got the brunch spots in Glasgow
Yeah.
and the remote club night in Ullapool.
Right.
It's like Scotland is both traditional
Yeah.
and modern at the same time,
Yeah, definitely.
with something for everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
And Arthur's Seat is right in the middle of it all.
Right in the heart of it.
Yeah, like this silent witness
Yeah.
to everything that's happened.
It's amazing to think about.
It really is.
Yeah.
This ancient volcano,
Yeah.
now a landmark overlooking the city.
And the city's always changing,
It is.
but it still remembers its history.
I think that's a great way to wrap things up.
Yeah, I agree.
We may not have solved the mystery of King Arthur's connection
Yeah.
to Arthur's Seat,
Right.
but we've learned so much
Right.
about history,
Mm-hmm.
ancient people,
Yeah.
and even gotten some travel tips.
I know, right?
It's amazing what you can find
Yeah,
when you start digging.
it is.
So to everyone listening,
Yes.
next time you hear Arthur's Seat,
Uh-huh.
don't just think of a mountain.
No.
Think of the volcano
Mm-hmm.
that was there before the legends,
Mhm.
the hill forts
Yeah.
with their stories of battles,
Right.
the incredible views that
Yeah.
inspired so many people.
It's a special place.
It really is.
Yeah.
And maybe, just maybe, you'll catch a glimpse of Peter Pan
Oh, I love
flying over the top,
That's a great image.
reminding us
Yeah.
that even the oldest places
Mm-hmm.
can still have a little bit of magic.
They really can.